Hello and welcome to What's News. I'm your host, Trevor Roach, and today we have a special guest. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm more than happy to. I am Brandon K. Hedgepeth, and I am the host and producer of the Tansson Talks video podcast, and I'm so excited to be here.
Nice. So Brandon, what inspired you to get into podcasting?
Yeah, so that's such an interesting story. So before podcasting, I was actually doing YouTube starting in 8th grade of middle school. And so at the time, I was doing a lot of technology-based stuff. And so I just continued with that. And one of the other ventures I had tried during that time was podcasting. And so I originally started podcasting in 2017. And it was really 2020, though, that I really got an interest into it. And so I was originally doing technology-based interviews and discussions, and it just evolved over time.
Oh, well, that's got to be cool. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I definitely really enjoy what I do, and it's been really fun, to have this sort of little adventure.
Okay. So how do you go about selecting your guests for your podcast?
Yeah, that's such an interesting story, and for me, I kind of like interviewing people that normally wouldn't have been interviewed. And so oftentimes I like speaking with people that I personally know, and also, people who are active within their communities. And yeah, it's such an interesting selection, but yeah, I think there's always a pleasure in meeting somebody, and it's just kind of a little bit of the fun.
Well, yeah, they do say a good story can come from anywhere.
Absolutely.
So what are your favorite moments from your podcast?
I have had so many favorite moments, and yeah, in terms of favorite episodes though, I don't know if I really have any favorites per se, but there's just so many that stand out, and I feel like one of the favorite moments though is whenever someone speaks about what got them into what they're doing, because everyone has such a different story about how they got to where they are, and it's really fun uncovering that.
Okay. So Brandon, I understand you're a college graduate student.
Yes.
So how do you go about managing life between the podcast and then your studies?
That's such a great question, and I feel like the perfect balance does not exist. Everyone's going to say that, you need to get that work-life balance. And that is so very true, but at the same time, it's not a one-size-fits-all. And so I think for me, it's understanding what are my top responsibilities. And so for me, it's knowing, okay, I'm a graduate student first and foremost, and I'm also a graduate teaching assistant. So I know, okay, those responsibilities come first and foremost. But then afterwards, it's okay, where maybe can I squeeze in, recording an episode, and then making sure that, that after I record an episode, that it can go out on time, because you may be wondering, well, don't I just set the release dates? And yes, while I may set the release dates, the viewers at home are expecting for certain episodes to come out, and for me on Saturday mornings, and so it's I have to have the discipline to know, okay. It's it doesn't matter as much when I edit it, but it's it just has to be out by Saturday morning. So it's such an interesting balance, but I think it takes time to perfect.
You must be pretty determined.
Yeah, I'm a very self-determined, person, and so I try my best to really scope things out before I engage in another task or engagement, and really try to understand, okay, this is what I have on my plate thus far. Can I take on another task?
That's very smart. What are you currently studying in college?
Yeah, so right now I have a bachelor's degree, a Bachelor of Science degree in media studies. I was a communications student throughout undergrad, but right now my master's program is in lifespan and digital communication, and it is a unique blend, that is suited for Old Dominion University, where I attend my studies online, but it is a unique hybrid between relational communication and digital media studies. And like I said, the program is unique to our university, and I'm just so happy and honored to be a member of this amazing graduate program.
Okay. Well, I know you are a former student at Telecom here in Newport News. How did that prepare you for what you're doing now?
Well, I think the bigger question is how would it have not had prepared me? Because, I feel like it has really laid the groundwork to even where I am now as a person. And I don't know where I would have been had it not been for the telecommunications program. But I guess to better answer the question though, I mean, I feel like one thing that telecom has taught most is how to be responsible, and also knowing, okay, this is the production that's coming up. What can I do to best prepare for it? So whether it's looking at older productions or even looking at new technologies and seeing, hey, okay, this is what we've been doing, but maybe how can we improve this? And I feel like if you can improve just one thing, every time you do a production, you're going to ultimately be a better person and producer by the time you get to your most recent production. And so, I feel like I owe a lot to this program, and I just love contributing and helping out wherever I can.
That's great. So I understand that you have experience in the television production field. What are some of the jobs that you've taken in the past?
Oh, yeah. I would say that, I have a wide range of experiences across communication, the communication field. And I would say that for me, I have been in external relations. I was an external relations intern last summer 2022. And that was a really interesting experience because I really got to, open my scope, to see different avenues within communication. And I've been really involved with the Public Relations Student Society of America, and they've just been an amazing organization. In terms of video production, I was an intern right here at Telecom in the fall of 2021, and I really got to see productions from a different light. I mean, I had been at the time, working with Telecom for 2 or 3 years, but to see it from the different side of it though, and the true production side before the actual production, that was just so cool. And as you can see now, I keep coming back because I just really enjoy it, and I love seeing the amazing young aspiring television personalities and producers like yourself.
Oh, yes. It's so great to know that you love and you're enjoying what you do, because that's very important to decide how much success that you'll see in whatever you go into. So we thank you for your time today. I'm your host, Trevor Roach. It's been a great show. We'll see you next time.